Now, I don't believe in violence at all, but I gotta say, violence is very fun. Welcome to the Triple Take. I'm Joseph,
I'm Frank.
I'm Manny.
and today we're gonna be talking about fighting games, whether it be anime, cartoon, nonsensical, some WWE nonsense, Mortal Kombat, ripping our friends apart.
Yeah.
that took a left turn.
I don't know. I like the violent games. MK, I grew up with MK,
Yeah,
so
Mortal
that's
Kombat.
just me.
I immediately thought Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
Fatality.
I
know,
I
the-
thought a Killer Instinct.
The hanging spine.
They rip apart in. They rip apart in that.
Yeah, yeah. You lose
I
a
never
you lose a
played it,
body.
so.
You can lose your
Limb?
arm or your leg,
limb.
and then you keep fighting.
Your
Is that the
You
one?
lose your armor.
I thought you. Where's the one that you like lose your actual
limbs?
limb, and then you still have to keep fighting?
I don't know. Future Gohan.
That's mean. That's mean.
I don't remember a game like that.
There's a game like that, and somebody out there is probably smacking me through their virtual screens.
No, keep going. Keep going.
And like I remember specifically like you can cut off like both arms and like one leg, and you have to still keep fighting.
Okay.
It's ringing a bell, but I don't know the name.
Yes, you see?
It's ringing a bell. I don't see the game, but it feels familiar. But
It's-
anyway,
It's a classic game too.
you know what's a new classic? Even though I've only played it for 42 minutes.
And 32 seconds.
Wait.
And okay, I'm getting interrupted again.
Wait. I know, but this is what I was gonna say.
This is like an episodic thing. Come on, go.
Yeah. Just taking it back to the fact that because Manny reminded me when he said that someone's thinking about it. If you did already, shout out to you. But
I
the
appreciate
game,
your virtual slaps.
the game that I was talking about when I said that I used to play with my dad is called Pipe Dreams 3D. I just wanted to say that. Pipe Dreams 3D. Woo, puzzle games,
Woo!
slime pipes,
But back to what I was saying. Even though I only
Pipe
played
in.
it
no diddy.
for 42 minutes, 32 or so seconds, and got nothing
So
but
accurate.
2 W's.
Out of
at
about
least
like give or say
72 L's.
No. 72 is a little bit over
Trust
exaggerating.
me, my win-loss ratio is pretty consistent. So,
Damn, that's like 0.02, I think.
anyway,
The silence was loud.
Because that math was terrible.
what's the full name of the game?
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Ultimate Tenkaichi.
Bro.
Say that with a little bit more excitement. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Ultimate Tenkaichi Rebirth. That's what it's called. With an exclamation mark at the end. I'm just kidding. It's called Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
I'm trash, but you two had more experience with the game than I did. How you guys feel about it?
All right, Manny had more experience than I did as well.
So I'm gonna go first. The most experience to
Yeah, might as
the
well.
least.
All
Again,
I
like
could
I
do is
said,
just agree or disagree with
I
you.
just admitted I take L's.
Okay, so we're gonna break it down layer by layer.
Whoa!
All right, so
Onion
With exclamation marks.
and subtitles.
Zero.
Budokai Tenkaichi 3 came out in 2007.
Seven.
We are currently in 2024. Do the math.
I'm old.
17 years.
There you go. 17 years we've been begging for a Budokai Tenkaichi style Dragon Ball game, and they did not miss at all with this. This game, I sometimes I like IGN, sometimes I don't,
Never watch it.
and they gave it a 7 out of 10, and in the most polite way possible. Screw you, IGN.
Damn, okay.
Because
I was not expecting that.
whoever reviewed it, I don't know your name and I don't know who you are.
Oh.
But like, there's something wrong with you.
Apparently, he's supposed to be someone that actually played Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Like a lot.
Then he's a fake fan. 'Cause this is not, at the very least, this is an 8 out of 10. This game is an 8 out of 10.
Believe it or not.
Okay, Naruto.
Believe it or not. Believe it or not. There's a lot of Tenkaichi guys that say that they messed up on a lot of things. It's still a good game, but they messed up on a lot of things, is what they say. Specifically, I'll get to it later.
Which is fine. But to say it's a 7 out of 10, and then I
disagree with
I
that.
watched the verdict. He made it seem like it's again, not in a polite way. He made it seem like it's a blank, not a 7 out of 10.
What do you mean
What?
blank 7 out
Yeah,
of 10?
I
Like
don't
it's
know.
just 7. That's it.
Like a
nothing,
bad
no
7 out of 10?
substance?
It's a
Like on the lower end of
it's
7 out of 10?
lower spectrum.
Of the 7 out of 10.
I just didn't
like
wanna-
barely
I-
hit 7 out of
So
10.
it's a C minus.
We've bleeped enough in the past.
It's a
Like, I
7
didn't
minus.
wanna-
So it's a 7 out of 10 minus.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's that's a good way to think about it.
I got you.
But and it seemed like he was very against it. Now I don't know if that's because of how much hype it had around it. So like it swayed people to be a little bit more negative about it.
It'd be humbled.
Yeah, for it to be humbled because of the community and how much people were like,
excited for it.
This game is like gonna be generational. It's gonna feed families.
Feed
da, da, da.
families is crazy, but it's probably
Like-
true though.
Like this game is gonna last for
Didn't
like
hear about that. That's
forever.
funny.
And I think there needed to be like that other side to like balance it out, because that's what the media does, is like take hype things and then just find a way to make it negative and then just balance it out based off of the hype that it has. But I'm just gonna say, like, long story short, screw you, IGN, and screw that guy, whoever made that review, because this game is easily, in my opinion, a 9 out of 10. It's not perfect, and it could be better, but it is fun. It is a great time with friends, even if you don't have friends.
Even if you don't have friends.
Trust me, that's
Even if you're a loner.
at the very least, that CPU's gonna hit.
Antisocial.
There's so many good things about it. It actually makes you want to play the story of the game because of the different what if scenarios, and like it
Yeah.
encompasses everything that a Dragon Ball fan would want.
So if you ever sat there, looking at the TV, watching the show, screaming at the TV, going Super Saiyan, you ain't gonna get there. But at least you could play this game.
You know what's crazy? There's some kid that got stung by like 100 African bees, and he tried to go Super Saiyan, and that's the only reason to save his life, because it spiked his adrenaline enough to counteract the poison. True story.
Goku saves lives.
Exactly. Anyway, shout out Kira Toriyama, who saved the boy's life indirectly.
I don't know how to. Okay, I'm comprehending.
Yeah, it's the goat, bro. You go
I
more.
don't
more
mean to laugh.
I'm not
he's the
gonna
guy
lie.
more
I
ways than
never-
one, bro.
I never screamed at my TV. I did when he said "lend me your energy." I was putting my hands.
You
up.
did that part?
Yeah, I did. When he
You
was
did
like,
the wackest part?
"Lend me your energy," I was like, "I got you. Take it."
I was like, "Where's my monkey tail? Why can't that be a great ape?"
I wanted a monkey tail.
Not
You
gonna
never
say
have
it.
to buy another belt again.
Shout out Frieza. Anyway, in terms of like that, from what my experience with the game, I think that I can understand the various viewpoints. 'Cause I never really played Budokai Tenkaichi that much. I mean, the only really Dragon Ball game like that I really played consistently was the demo of Raging Blast 2. So,
Why did you play the demo?
because I could not afford the actual game.
I know. I just wanted to say that.
It's when we were still in school.
Yeah, we were still in school. I could not
Yeah,
afford the
I-
actual
We
game.
were referred to as jits.
Yeah.
Yeah, dumb things.
Well, not me. I was just a nerd.
So basically, since I was while Sparking Zero came out, I was not able to play it. So I was looking up.
Why
like,
is that?
I was looking up videos. I was looking up videos, and I was seeing everybody's like different opinions and like the very like early viewpoints of the game. And I was looking at a lot of the professional, like the people that played Budokai Tenkaichi 3 competitively, because I didn't even know you can play
Yeah,
that game.
there was a
competitively.
competitive scene.
Yeah, and I was
Still exists?
It's
I-
still yeah. It
I
still
was
exists.
looking at it and I was like, yeah, that's definitely competitive.
Yeah.
So I was looking at like there are different viewpoints, and I forget the creators' names. I was looking at a bunch of random ones, but there was one that was looking at live streaming, and they were showing like the differences between, like they would literally switch between the game during the live stream and show like what the difference is and what you could do in Budokai Tenkaichi, and a lot of the things that they took out in the new one were like very like technical execution heavy stuff that wasn't really things that made it hard, like easier per se, which they did, but it was more like it hurt the style aspect of it, because apparently like when you play Budokai Tenkaichi 3, there's like different styles of gameplay,
Yep.
that you can have. It's like stylistic, technical. I forgot the other ones, but it really took a heavy hit to the style part because you don't have as much freedom when it comes to certain moves, like dragging, dashing behind them while you hit them back, and like having that much control. It's more homing now to make it easier for people. But that really like, yeah, it takes away from that. But personally, for me playing it, I just think it's fun. I just think it's really fun, and I agree with the things about the story. How you can have different perspectives.
The multiple
What ifs.
perspectives are the what I would say is the focal point
Of a
of
story.
offline play in this game.
Yeah, cause oh, I even said it before. I told you before the game even came out. Like my favorite thing that I did play. I forgot which game it was, bro. I forget which Dragon Ball game it was, but I would play it at my cousin's house, and I would literally just do the what if stories. Like we could do
Oh,
Super Saiyan 3.
Dragon
Super
Ball
Saiyan 3.
Raging Blast.
Was it the first one?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. The second one I played on the demo, but the first one I played at my cousin's house when I would stay there, and I would literally do all the what ifs for him, just because I liked it. And I would replay the like Super Saiyan 3 versus Super Saiyan 3, Vegito versus Gogeta.
That's what gives, in my opinion, that's what gives this game like an extra point, is because
They kind of merged it together.
yeah, and it made it so you can do those what if storylines, and it still like finds a way to like keep on bringing you back, because in this game you see it from 8 different perspectives, and the coolest thing is that every perspective has what if scenarios inside of it, and that's a lot of for Dragon Ball fans, we already know the story. We've seen it, we've played it. We already know what happens. So it's like for them to do this and bring it back after so many years, and then include this, to me, I guess that extra point.
Makes you feel like a kid again.
Yeah, like you could experience it again, and you feel like you actually like get to with the what if scenarios. Just like, oh, what happens if I do this? Like it makes you want to think like, oh, how can I change the story? How can I make the story my own? Which like you can kind of do with the custom battles, which is like another thing that's pretty cool about it. But when it comes to the story, like another thing is that in terms of like you say that we know the story. Most people that are playing this game, they already seen Dragon Ball already, like probably many times. And I like the fact that they don't focus on all the details. Like you see, like when you're playing it, the story, like you're like, let's say you're Goku fighting Frieza, and then after you beat him, you just go to like the very next time Goku like comes back when he's fighting the androids, like
Yeah.
immediately, like no barely anything in between.
And one other thing is the fact that like you don't play like all the battles inside of the story. Like Raging Blast, I remember you played everything. You had to play like the most unnecessary battles. But this one, it just hones in on the important ones.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
So it's like that makes it better, and it makes you ease through it a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, a way that I kind of see it, even though I haven't played the game as much as you guys,
Yeah, it's still early.
it's like a good,
regardless.
it's like a good Thanksgiving feast of all games passed into one game. Because I mean, before, because I played all of the Budokais, all the Tenkaichis, and all of my cousins, like my current generation of my family, we all each had the game, and each time we did a family thing going to someone else's house, what did all the cousins do? We went to the one cousin's room and just played that, like, had a whole mini tournament with each other.
Yeah.
For literally, what was it, like, a good 5 games. The last time I played Tenkaichi was Tenkaichi 3. I played that on the Wii.
Yeah.
Fully 100% of the game twice. Every single fight, and I would never play online, because, I mean, at the time I never did.
Yeah.
But I would
It was
just
a little
play
harder to play
CPU
online than at the
on,
time.
like, max difficulty in
Bro,
tournament mode
hard.
every single time for hours on end.
And in this game, his hurt is worse.
Yeah, I mean, I would get the game only because I would play with you guys. Would I play online by myself? Yeah, I don't think so. I would do it mainly just to, like, throw hands. with you.
I said the same thing, that I wouldn't go too much, but then they introduced a rank system, and then that's when it pulled me in, because I was just like, because
I got other things to do. I can't play ranked anymore.
okay, explain.
Bro, you're the same person that would
Explain?
play all the towers in Mortal Kombat. Acting like that's not the most
I ain't doing that no more.
time-consuming thing on the planet, bro.
Adulting hurts.
No, but like I need an explanation of why you can't dedicate ranked, real quick.
Real quick,
Yeah.
I got work, I got gym, I got extra plans for my own personal life. I gotta set up my life, bro.
Okay.
Fair enough.
You play one ranked game a day, and like that's it.
Okay.
But honestly, they take like 2 seconds.
They take like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Well, it takes me 2 seconds because the person on the
I
other
gotta
screen is
dedicate
getting more.
myself to not be trash. Okay.
Not even still.
You gotta dedicate yourself to not being trash.
You gotta practice in the game. You gotta practice if you're gonna move up in rank.
It's really not that hard.
It's not hard.
It's hard in the beginning because you don't
To
understand
each
everything.
their own. To each their own.
I just think you're being unrealistic.
I
Well,
just
you
work
choose.
in-
Hey, I'm all for it, man.
Agreed.
To get your stuff up, bro. I'm all for it. But if you wanted to, you could.
I'm trying to power up in real life.
Hey, fair enough. Go
Yeah.
Super Saiyan Joe. Sif.
Yo. You're on thin ice, Frank. You're on thin ice.
Hey, man. They call me Will Ferrell
Trust.
from Blades of Glory.
I'm gonna shut up now.
He's rocking on
I'm
Sunshine.
not gonna talk for the rest of the podcast.
That's cap.
That's got. But you know, maybe
Okay.
nostalgia does play a little bit of a factor in my scoring of saying it's a 9 out of 10. Realistically,
They said 8.
I said 9. I said 9.
You said it's at least should be an 8.
That's what
Okay.
I think nostalgia
Yeah.
gives it that extra boost. So like I will be realistic and say that it's at least an 8 out of 10.
Wait. So you think it'll go down later?
Do I think it has longevity?
No.
Like a
I'm saying
game?
like, do you think your rating will go down like as you get more into the game? Like
No.
as it goes.
Depends
No.
on how they balance it.
So
It shouldn't balance it. That's the problem. That's the point.
no. The point of that's the thing. People who haven't played Budokai Tenkaichi,
Yeah, that's the point.
that's the problem with this game. Is they're all complaining because it's unbalanced and everything. It's supposed to be. You're not supposed to walk in with Chatsu and be able to beat full power Jiren. That's not
Easily.
Yeah,
If you got the skill, you can.
but like that's not supposed to happen. So that I appreciate the realism in the game. Granted, sometimes I do get upset with it, but
I mean, even still, it's still a little bit unrealistic because I think some people could do damage to people and they shouldn't even be able to.
or some people like Yajirobe can just go from no health to full health.
No, that makes sense. You got sensu beans, bro. That makes sense.
I don't know why I just thought about this, but I need a mod for the game where all the voice lines are from Dragon Ball Abridged. Then I will play
I
the
don't
game.
know. It probably won't take that long for people to do that.
You guys got a week.
A week.
Like,
Yeah.
I'll probably take long to get all the voice lines and get them nice, but like to get specific ones.
I just need a bridge cell, Form 2, specifically that one.
Oh boy.
I'm set.
So I wanted to take what Frank said about like, will I still like keep that same rating for the game?
Yeah.
So Dragon Ball Raging Blast is 15 years old,
Oh, just 2 years younger.
I only feel older.
right?
Basically.
That game has always been an 8 out of 10 for me. And recently I downloaded an emulator to play it again
On what?
on the laptop.
Oh, okay.
That game is still an 8 out of 10. So I don't think I'm going to change my opinion about the game. Because I'll be honest with you, Dragon Ball fighting games, especially like 3D fighters, I enjoy very much. Example, Jump Force. Everybody says it's trash. I'm not one of those people. I love Jump Force. And I think that it's
Loved.
like
R.I.P.
it's like a realistically it's like a 6 out of 10 game. But
Yeah.
if you were playing in my shoes,
Maybe worse.
it might have been lower than a 6, but in my shoes, it was at least like a 7 out of 10.
I'm not gonna lie. For me, it was an 8 out of 10 because it was fun, bro. I am a combo guy, and that game was just like if you knew combos, you won.
I played it for an hour. I'll say I enjoyed the hour that I had with it.
Yeah.
So, with all the hype and everything circling around this game, there's a little bit of a disturbance in the force.
Huh.
You like that? You know you like that. Stop.
He's talking to Joseph. Not me. I just want to make that clear.
The force is forcing.
The force is forcing.
The force is forcing.
The Force is
So-
awakening.
There's
You both gotta stop.
the force is unleashed.
I'll take that one.
Yeah.
was
I
a
can't
good
think of another one.
Yeah. All right. So,
The Force is being sensed. Okay, I'm done.
oh man,
I should have left that at awakening. I mean,
unleashed.
unleash. Go
The
ahead.
Force Awakens. Oh, that would have been good.
You already
What?
said
I
that.
said that. That's the first thing I said.
Oh, that's the first thing you said. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I didn't hear
Unleash
that
was
part.
Unleash was so
Okay,
good.
the combo's over. Continue.
All right.
Unleash is so
All right.
good.
So there's a little bit of an argument amongst fighting game fans about fighting game of the year this year.
Video
Well,
game fans, honestly.
Yeah, video games fans in general. Between the debate between Tekken 8 and Dragon Ball Sparking Zero on which one should win at the Game Awards. Now, I'm going to start off the conversation with saying I know I just said that this game is a 9 out of 10. But I do think that recency bias is a thing,
Yeah.
and I don't think it should win fighting game of the year.
When do the awards happen?
December.
It got time.
But it shouldn't have time
But
because
why?
it came so late in the year.
So?
And whereas a game like Tekken 8, which me and you, Frank, have put hours into that game because it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Granted, it's our first Tekken, so
And granted, I stopped playing it to play Sparking Zero. I never touched it again.
You both did.
So
but still, I think because you've dominated for so long, because being honest, the best fighting game throughout this year has been Tekken 8 since it came out in March.
yeah.
I don't own it, but I agree.
At the time we're recording, it's October. You know, obviously, Sparking Zero came out a week ago.
Forces on.
It's October, and March to up to this point, Tekken has been dominant over fighting games. Like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter,
I ain't
where?
gonna lie, Mortal Kombat.
I forgot about Street Fighter.
If I'm being honest, I think Mortal Kombat 1 is garbage in terms of gameplay. Like the story is cool. Gameplay, the most brain dead thing I've ever seen in my life. Block, 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 block. Combo for like half a second. Block, 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 block.
Block.
Yeah,
It sounded like a Sims to me.
But
that's what a game feels like.
I feel like when you dominated I don't know how many months.
Wait,
it's
pause,
March.
pause. I just want to make this point. To me, when I watched competitive Mortal Kombat, because I thought, hey, maybe like I'm just cheeks at the game, you know. I saw competitive Mortal Kombat. I was like, wow, I'm literally watching two CPUs fight against each other. That's literally what it feels like. I just wanted to make that point, but go ahead.
But how many months is March to October? That would be 6 months. 6 months. Tekken 8 has been the most dominant fighting game. Like Sparking Zero just came out. You know what I'm saying? It's only going to be able to dominate for 2 months.
Oh, it's only been half a year. It felt longer than that.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, wait, you talking about Tekken?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's because they take forever to do anything. Because when it comes to like the competitive scene, they have to let things breathe for a while before they can actually add new things.
No, I get that. I mean, like, it's been 6 months since it's been out, and the only time I played it is here, and I was like, wow, it's only been 6 months.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I honestly believe that if you dominated for that long and this game just came out and only dominates for 2 months, and we don't know, like Frank brought up the longevity thing. We don't know how long. Oh, I do. I know this game's gonna last for a while. It still doesn't make. To me, it's not fair to Tekken that it came out beginning of the year and dominated and wiped every other fighting game.
See, I don't agree with that because like if it's eligible, it should. It's just because it came out later doesn't mean it should be able to not win.
See, but that same argument. So I'm gonna bring that point back around. Is that same argument was made for when God of War Ragnarok came out and it was contending with shoot, was it no, it wasn't Elden Ring.
No,
Last
Elden Ring would
of
have
Us
destroyed
Part-
anything.
No, I think it was. Huh?
Was The Last of Us Part 2? No. I don't remember.
Was it Baldur's Gate?
No.
Nah.
Baldur's Gate steamrolled.
Well, Baldur's Gate won every award that it was nominated in. Let me give your opinion and you'll come back to me.
When it comes to what, like the Game Awards?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think Tekken is a great game. But when it comes to which was going to be fighting game of the year, like what is the criteria that they're judging? Because I don't really watch the Game Awards like that. Like, what is it like that makes it game of the year? Like, what is that?
So for fighting games, it's a very
That's a fair question.
Yeah.
okay. So for someone that does watch it, it's a very niche category in the sense
Yeah.
of it does popularity plays a major factor.
Then Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is gonna win no matter what.
That's I know,
Because it's just more people like Dragon Ball in general than
But,
they do
like,
Tekken.
that's why. But the same argument could be made about how would Dragon Ball have performed if it was brought out at the same time as Tekken. Granted,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think Tekken would have been washed.
I disagree with that.
No.
Granted,
I'm talking
they
about in terms of casual players,
they broke.
which is the majority of fighting game player bases.
I'm going against my pick basically, but Sparking Zero broke a record in terms of
By a lot.
like pre-orders, and it broke a record in first day peak players. Like I think it had at peak it had 98,000
No, it was like
concurrent.
100. No, it was like 130.
Oh, there you go.
And
And
like,
it broke that record.
You know,
and
how much?
Tekken was like I think somewhere in the 80s, if not mistaken.
We're talking about different numbers. I'm talking about the consistent, like how many players are playing it consistently. Like they're playing it. It was
Yeah.
130, and like Tekken is like 9,000.
Yeah, now. Yeah, now, of course.
Yeah.
Because you take that fan base that Tekken has, you take those Dragon Ball fans that were in there, and some more than not, like a good 75% of Tekken fans are Dragon Ball fans. To be honest, I might be saying a fallacy, but quote me, you could fight me.
That's
So
what this episode's about. Fight them.
so
Bring it.
they
Do it.
Hands.
you take that number, you
Sometimes
bring
toes.
you bring it over, and then it's just
Cause I feel like Tekken has the edge when it comes to competitive, but like it's because it's established as a competitive game, like from the beginning. Like it's not really meant to be a casual game. It's a competitive game. But whereas Sparking Zero is like it's competitive, but like most people think of it as a casual game. Like even you guys played all the other games before, but you weren't even thinking about playing ranked at all. Like you just wanted to play the casual part of it, which is the story, the CPU tournaments with your friends.
Well,
It's
the
just-
only time, like especially in Mortal Kombat, the only time that I wanted to play rank wasn't just to be like I'm the best. I just wanted all those rank skins, which were the fire skins in the game. But I suck, so I couldn't get them.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why you play the towers.
Yep.
that's where noobs go.
Mind-numbing challenges. But,
But either way, so I found out it was Elden Ring.
yeah.
Woohoo!
So
Yeah, but Elden Ring, like,
no, believe it or not, it didn't actually. God of War Ragnarok actually beat Elden Ring.
which I think it shouldn't have.
In I think it said
Wait,
here
what?
like a couple of game awards. So like
But
Voice
depends on what it
acting.
was, though.
so the
Better
main
voice
game
acting.
awards, the most popular
The
one
voice
is the
acting, you
one
said?
is the one we
that
know
makes sense.
is the one we know in that happens in December. But there are other companies that do game of the year. That's why you have like multiple people do. That's why Spider-Man, Insomniac Spider-Man, it got a game of the year case because other companies, not the game awards, the main one, it didn't win there. It won in the different companies, and that's why you could say that. You know what I'm saying? So
That's fair.
God of War Ragnarok, people were saying that it shouldn't have won Game of the Year in other sub companies because it came out in November, and it was the end of November, and Elden Ring came out in March. Elden Ring came out in March, Frank.
I have no idea.
I believe so.
I wasn't even going to get it when it first came out. So.
Now I need to finish it.
But either way, Elden Ring came out earlier in the year and dominated. So that's what people were saying, that's not fair. That's not fair that God of War Ragnarok even got even the sub company Game of the Year awards.
Yeah.
I mean,
But,
for me, I
It's
think
less people, less votes, more skewed.
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I think like for the main one, it would be Tekken in the sense that it's as balanced as a game as it is, because you don't necessarily
Took a while.
for the most part. I mean,
think
compared to like
everybody-
Dragon Ball, again, Chaozu versus Full Power Jiren,
Yeah, competitive scene
Or
is just
Hercule, Mr. Satan versus full power Jiren, the president's only going to tickle him. You know what I mean? But for a game like Tekken, it's meant to be in a way that, like, at least in my experience with it, any character, any person could have a fair enough chance to pick. Well, you're just going to shake your head. I said my experience. Anyway,
different. No.
but at
But
the end of the
your
day,
experience doesn't make it true.
both franchises. Anyway,
Unfortunately.
both franchises have enough love to where it doesn't really matter.
No.
No, I honestly believe that. What I brought up is the main game of the year awards that are going to happen in December. That's the one I'm mainly talking about. Obviously, in other sub companies, they're more than likely going to go back and forth. So
Yeah, but like Joseph, just to clear things up with the Tekken thing.
This is gonna be edited out. I don't care.
But okay, that's fine. But I wasn't going towards you. I'm saying that like you think they're balanced because you haven't played the. No, let me finish. I haven't played the game that much, but you haven't dealt with Dragunov. You have not dealt with Fang Wei. You have not dealt with Yoshimitsu. People that know what they're doing. Them characters are not built the same, brother. Them characters are not built the same as if you use like Brian or
Horang when he first came out.
Horang.
I'm gonna Chaozu and blow myself up. Kaboom.
Yeah, it's basically like it's literally the same thing as like you pick Dragunov and then as if you're picking Ultra Instinct. Like the man plays the game for you. There's a reason why when you watch competitive players, even though they're good, don't get me wrong, amazing. There's a reason why most of the people in the top 8 are Dragunov players. It takes the edge off.
I mean, when it's a meta, it's
Play
a
a
meta.
crack guy like that.
When it's a meta, people are just gonna play it.
I mean, I don't blame them. They're trying
And
to get money.
they're trying to get money. That's why that plays a factor. If they're playing for fun, maybe it's a different story.
Oh no, they probably play like their favorite character or something like that.
That's where it comes into play.
I play for the fun, the violence, and the rage. That's it.
Now I want to see this man play ranked.
Who?
I just want to see what he becomes.
This
guy.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That was a different time.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3?
Nah, I'm gonna get in my
Before the Ultimate
I'm gonna
Edition.
get in my Jump Force bag with Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, man.
I'm telling you. Like,
I only had the game for like a couple days, 3 days, and I'm already getting a lot better.
I don't own it.
No, you don't.
you should.
Eventually.
Nah, he's never.
Never
It's
gonna
just the
get it.
same way he said he was gonna watch Age of Ultron. It took him like 5 years to watch it.
Yeah, he's gonna get it in 5 years.
And he actually wanted to watch Age of Ultron. Like, he doesn't even care about having this game or not.
Look, I already know I'm trash.
So am I.
So am I.
Nah, you're better than me. Now.
Okay, so
At
I'm not
this
trash.
point in time,
I'm next to the trash.
you're like a step above trash.
On the dirt. Yeah, on the dirt.
Yeah,
Nah,
it's more
'cause
useful
the
than
dirt goes
trash.
above the dirt. The dirt goes below the trash.
Oh, okay.
But dirt.
Sludge.
No, but dirt is more useful than trash.
No, it's
Okay.
not.
Yes, it is. You could grow
No,
things.
because trash is recyclable.
Not at all. Most of it is not.
Well, another man's trash is
Another man's pleasure. Ooh.
Treasure.
Oh.
Diddy.
Treasure. Whoa.
All Diddy.
Anyway, so like we're talking about all these games and game of the year. Honestly, I couldn't
No
care
more
less.
references to that, man.
Oh, well,
No. I know. I'm saying like personally, but it's a conversation to be had because it has a lot to do with like sales and stuff and the longevity of the game, which is important for the game itself. But for me personally, I just know I'm gonna have more fun with Sparking Zero because I just like Dragon Ball and like I want to go Super Saiyan 23.
Okay, so I posed the question real quick. Answer it real quick. Do you think that because we haven't had a great anime fighting game in such a long time, you think that plays a factor?
I
Arena
think so.
Fighter.
Arena Fighter, because it was the one before this is technically Jump Force.
Nope. They came out with a new
Oh wait, no.
Ultimate Ninja Storm.
Oh yeah. Wait, did they?
Yeah, and they also came out with Hinokami Chronicles.
The what?
That's the Demon Slayer Arena Fighter. Basically, it's basically Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, but Demon Slayer version.
Oh yeah.
But it's definitely this is definitely more popular than all of those combined. So it's probably the best one that's come out in the recent years.
But that's what I'm saying. Does it play a factor?
I mean,
Does it play a factor at the fact that like can you even name the last great anime fighting game?
I mean
Wasn't that fight?
that compares to this, nah.
No. Well,
Arena
in
Fighter.
this style.
And it's
Because
crazy
it would
because
be obviously the one you said. would be.
Because
would
it's
be
crazy.
that.
Because to me, I think the last best 2D anime fighter is probably Dragon Ball Fighters.
But no, that's a guarantee.
Yeah.
There's
So
no. If somebody argues that,
I mean, that's just their opinion, but
if somebody argues that, they're probably gonna say Guilty Gear. But
nah, nah.
Oh, that
I
game is
disagree.
fun.
It is fun though, but I disagree. I think Dragon Ball Fighters
But-
is just all around
so
better.
yes or no. Now get back to the yes or no question. Does it play a factor?
I said.
No. Joseph hasn't answered.
Oh, okay.
Read the question one more time.
Okay, so since we haven't had like a great anime fighting game like Arena, I gotta remember to say that Arena anime fighting game in a long time. Does that play a factor into why you would like choose this as game of the year? Do you think it plays a factor?
I think it's more of like the nostalgia factor, because at least personally, at least for me, and I would say a good amount of people, the last time they had something like that, and I've never played Raging Blast or anything, but it took me back to like Tenkaichi days, and I think it does.
You think it does? Okay. Well, on that note, let's go backwards in time and
Speaking of nostalgia,
let's go down a road, a little journey back down memory lane, and talk about some of the childhood fighting games that we grew up playing. And I'm gonna start it off. Joseph, you're gonna start.
The good old series, that original Xbox, PlayStation 2 generation of Mortal Kombat.
yep.
I never played Shaolin Monks, but I'm talking about Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Deception.
Shaolin Monks. Was that on the Wii?
That was the single player one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was Shaolin Monks on the Wii?
No, it played a little bit like
Because I know there
Prince
was
of
like
Persia?
the traditional.
it was a little bit like Prince of Persia.
Where like it was a Liu Kang.
I had to
and
think about that
Kung
one.
Lao.
Kung Lao. Yeah, I played that. But was that on the Wii?
They ported it to the Wii, yes.
Yes, I played that on the Wii.
But Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon.
Okay, which is the one that had the chessboard?
Deception.
That was my favorite one.
Yeah, them games, playing those with my brothers, because I'm a middle child.
Yeah.
And literally having to go through the crypt, get all the different colored coins to buy everything, go through conquest mode, specifically in Deception, to unlock everybody. Hours on end. That defined my fighting game childhood.
I think what defined my childhood game, fighting game, was probably Street Fighter. I'm not gonna lie. Street Fighter. I was on the opposite spectrum of you. So that was an inside joke. So I started off my first, like, I say fighting game wasn't Street Fighter though. It was in all technical sense, it was WrestleMania 2000. Fight me if you say that a wrestling game like WWE is not a fighting game. What do you do in it? You fight. So
Isn't it technically an arena fighter?
I don't know.
You're talking about like our very first fighting game, or like the one that defined our childhood?
I went the one that defined my childhood and the first one.
Okay.
I said both.
My very first one was playing MK2 on the NES.
So it's the same thing.
So it's the same thing.
No, I mean it's still Mortal
Wait,
Kombat.
you know what's crazy is like he said that his first like game was Mortal Kombat 2. My first like really introduction to like Street Fighter was Street Fighter 2. So it's like
Funny.
we're both twos.
I guess. You know what's crazy? Even my mom played MK2. My mother unit.
Damn.
And my grandma.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Get Hansel.
exactly.
But I would say Street Fighter kind of like took over my fighting game. I would say like my fighting game main
Journey.
main journey, because I was a big fan of Zangief, because he used to do wrestling.
Oh.
And
I should have saw that coming.
and I was just like, this
I thought
is
he
the
just made up a
did it.
word.
Zangief.
Oh, you don't know about Street Fighter?
Zangief is the big
Russian
Russian
guy.
guy with the hairy chest, with
Oh,
the
he
hairy
doesn't-
X.
He doesn't
in
know
the-
what it is, bro.
The only person I know is Ryu,
Again,
Ken, Akuma,
Bison.
Chun-Li.
Bison, Chun-Li, and Vega.
What about
That's it.
Cammy?
Who?
Nope.
Yeah, right. He don't know who Cammy is.
Oh no, you definitely know this dude, Flat Top.
Oh, Guile.
You know Guy. So it's the
I didn't know
American
his
Soldier guy. Yeah, you didn't know his name, but you know who he
You
is.
know who he is. Do you know Blanca?
Oh, the weird looking thing.
Yeah.
The one that looks like Akuma?
Matata.
You don't know who Akuma is?
I just
Oh.
continue
Bro,
with the point.
just relax, bro. Not everybody grew up with Street Fighter, okay?
No, but like
Dang, bro.
It's okay.
these are
It's okay.
iconic characters. But either way, so that was my favorite character, and then it just carried all the way up until I reached
The wrestling carried.
the wrestling and Street Fighter carried all the way up until the release of Dragon Ball Raging Blast, where I had my first Dragon Ball fighting game. And then from there, I went backwards to Budokai 3 and went backwards from there.
Oh, okay. Well, me, I never really played much fighting games, like at all. I played I think the first fighting game I ever played in my life was Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Yes.
But I played it once,
Sad.
got my
Cheeks handed to you.
that's exactly what thought I was gonna say, but I second guessed saying that. But you know what? Yeah. But yeah, because I was I didn't know what the controls were, and I was playing with my cousins, and I was like, "Yo, how do you do this?" And they were like, "Figure it out." And then I just lost. So I couldn't figure it out. You guys know better than anybody that I need to know what to do. I can't just figure things out. Unlike Manny, I don't know. He just got a second sense or something like that.
I gotta just go into the game and at least be at least halfway decent.
Yeah, but I basically just dipped my toe in that Mortal Kombat, and I think I went from playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3, getting my cheeks handed to me, like Manny said, and then I played a little bit, stopped playing. I don't want to play this no more. I hate this game. And then I went to, the best Mortal Kombat ever made, Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe.
He needs to stop saying that. He needs to stop saying that. It's not.
I mean, I don't know why people bash it as much as they do.
It's horrible.
It's
What
a
are
bad
you talking
game.
about?
It's a bad game, but
What?
just the same reason why I like Jump Force.
Trashy games can be fun.
Yeah,
It was a very fun game.
It was a super fun game.
What was fun about it?
I get to punch you while I fall down. That was the best part.
What? What type of? All right, you continue.
But you like quick time events in Dragon Ball, but you don't like quick time events in Mortal Kombat.
So compare
What?
the quick time events.
You get to press buttons. You gotta guess what the other one's gonna click. That's exactly how it was in Raging Blast. Rock paper scissors, my guy.
That wasn't that one.
Which one was it then?
That was Ultimate Tekaienchi. That was rock paper scissors.
Well, you played that one too, right? Did you like it?
No,
Then you messed up.
I didn't like it.
But either way, I liked it because I like that aspect of it, and I like that I got to play as Batman fighting Scorpion, bro. I just like that. I just thought it was cool.
Scorpion v
Did-
Batman. such a
Because the
fun
grittiness of Mortal Kombat and DC Universe just went so well together.
I just wish there was more blood, but aside from that, fun game.
I agree.
I honestly think that game would be a lot better if it was made nowadays.
I guess. I mean,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
it was.
I'm sorry the game hit
Injustice.
you at the wrong time.
Injustice is not. Don't disrespect.
No,
Don't
but it's the
disrespect
same
Injustice.
style. It's the same style as that one. It's literally the same thing.
Well, just more 2D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More stylistic and technical.
Literally a modern version of it. That's why I liked Injustice so much.
Injustice?
I said Injustice.
You said un.
Okay,
Play
well,
that
I
back.
take it back. I say Injustice. Anyway, I switched to the first
What you
letter.
just said was unjust.
But I played that, got my cheeks beat, but I actually learned how to play it a little bit, and I was able to hold my own. That's when the first time I was able to hold my own in a fighting game, and because of course nobody taught me, again. But
I don't think anybody's ever taught me a fighting game.
yeah, but the thing is, like I said, I'm gonna say it again. You're good at that. I can't learn like that. I gotta know what I can do.
I'm saying. You made me think about that for a second.
I'm
You
not-
just made me think like, have I ever been taught?
No, 'cause you're
No.
the youngest, of course not.
Well,
Nah.
yeah. I mean, you learned that the controller wasn't connected, but that's you.
Yeah, they never got me.
Screw
with
you,
that.
Moses.
But basically, look, my introduction, like when I really started playing fighting games was when I started playing with these guys over here. When I started playing like Injustice, Mortal Kombat 10 with Joseph, all the time, and I was messing them up with Kung Lao.
Yeah, and I Spartan kick you with Kotal Khan.
Yeah, but that wouldn't happen as much as I beat him with Kung Lao. In the beginning, he beat me with a lot with Kotal Khan, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't play.
But he was
Mortal
cracked.
Kombat.
He was cracked though. Kotal Khan was cracked.
I didn't play Mortal Kombat. Can't say anything.
What else?
Oh, well, you Dragon Ball Fighters.
Dragon Ball Fighters. That's probably the fighting game. I'll probably that and Jump Force is the fighting game. Injustice, Dragon Ball Fighters, and Jump Force is the fighting games I play the most.
Encompass you in terms of fighting games.
Literally, that's what it does. That's all right. That's
I
all
agree.
it is right there.
That's you too.
Frank? No, I'm saying that's
okay.
Frank.
That's basically like.
Now since he did that, I'm gonna do mine. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna just think
So you
about
want
it.
me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Games that like oof.
Encompass you. If Mortal Kombat's not there, you're already lying.
Mortal Kombat, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and the Ultimate Edition. Killer Instinct.
That's one of three.
I'm just listing them off
I
now.
know you good.
Soul Calibur?
Oh, I forgot about Soul Calibur. I played Soul Calibur too. I think it was 3 where they had Darth Vader. And
4. That was 4.
4. Star Killer.
Star Killer, Yoda, and Darth Vader.
Yeah, that's the one I played 4 on the GameCube.
What else?
No, I also played 3 too.
Said
I
Killer
remember
Instinct.
the 4th one. Yeah, you did.
I never got the full game, but Moses should know what the game I'm talking about. You ever on Xbox Arcade back on the 360?
You already missed me. I never played Xbox.
No, go ahead. I may got you.
I said me.
It was around. It came out.
Me.
What was it? September 2006.
Sure.
Okay.
It was a little demo in the arcade called Small Arms.
Nope.
Where it was like a Smash Bros. Type of like game, but it was like its own original IP.
Like Brawlhalla?
Sort of, but it felt more like Smash to me.
More
'Cause
smashy than Brawlhalla?
Yeah, because it was 3D ish.
Oh, okay.
So it's multiverses.
Not
still
that
more,
bad.
It's still 2D.
But it was its own like independent game, and you played as like animals. And in the demo, there was only like 4 people, and
Sounds fun, I'm not gonna lie.
I played as the pig, and the pig was like a sniper hitman thing. Greatest demo I've ever played.
I'm not
for a
gonna
game.
lie, that sounds fun.
No, it is. I know. And now that you said this, the pig thing got me to think about that. Yeah.
Oh, which has me thinking. I've always wanted to play PlayStation All Stars because then
I've heard-
comparable to
yeah,
that game.
I've-
Then there was Conor Raddick. Love him.
I've heard that PlayStation All Stars was insane.
It needs to make a comeback, in
But-
my opinion.
I mean,
I'll
Little,
say-
Little Big Planet did. It has potential.
I'll say my 3 is Super Smash Bros.
I'm dumb, bro. I'm dumb, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I messed up. But go ahead.
So it's Super Smash Bros.
Forget about that.
Then it would be Injustice 2, because that's the one I played a little bit more than 1.
I played 1 a lot, but
And then
yeah,
Dragon Ball
I
Raging Blast. That would be my 3.
I forgot.
What?
Right after MK2, playing that being my first fighting game, I totally playing the first and the second Gundam Battle Assault. It's a fighting game with all the Gundams.
Nope.
You don't need golden.
Never even knew it existed. No, it sounds fun. I mean, I like the Gundam games. The new one that came out, I really just contemplated getting it, but then I saw the price.
Oh yeah, no. Game prices now trash.
Yeah, bro. If it was like $30, I'll get it.
Give me the quarter to go to the arcade.
But yeah, after Manny said that, I think Smash Bros. Melee. I used to call it Melee.
He made the same thing again.
Yeah, I
Episode
did.
3.
Anyway, I used to get my fun of a lot for saying Melee.
Dang, is that canon?
Is it?
Yeah.
Canon
It is.
event?
It's canon.
But yeah, I think Smash Bros. Melee has to be in there. 'Cause I think that's the first. Because I don't think of it as a fighting game. That's the problem.
That's why I put Injustice 2, but it realistically was Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3,
Yeah,
because I played that game like competitively, and I won money for that game.
Oh dang, I didn't know that. But okay, good for
I
you.
just had fun.
I couldn't. I sucked at that game. But yeah, Melee. I used to play all the time with my cousins and stuff. That's probably the first game I actually like started being able to do something in.
Now I just realized something. If I'm not mistaken, Ultimate Marvel vs. Combat.
Wow, what a mashup.
Combat. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 might have won me the money that I used to buy not Sparking Zero, buy Raging Blast. Funny how life works, huh?
Yeah, awesome.
Interesting. Aerial combo. Love it.
Yeah. Oh my god, you bringing back memories.
Yeah, when
Yeah, I never really was on fighting games that much.
when you're just like, oh, I downloaded it again. We should like play, and then I was like, okay, what did I used to do? Oh, muscle memory, crazy thing.
All right. So now, what makes what in our opinion what makes a good fighting game nowadays? Because it's changed so much.
Making
It's
someone rage
changed.
quit. Making someone rage quit for me.
That happens a lot in Sparking Zero. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, that's because they're sissies. You
The
gotta
thing
weed
that
out the
makes a
sissies.
good fighting game, in my opinion, that I feel like makes a good game in general, and I feel like games we're shying away from it for a long time for competitiveness, but now they're coming back with things like Sparking Zero. Just a recent example where you could just do a bunch of stuff that's crazy and fun. That's it. That's why Dragon Ball Fighters was so fun. Because even though you can do it competitively, you could do so much crazy things. Like people found so much crazy tech
Yeah.
with loops,
Yep.
crazy combos. Granted, they had to nerf a bunch of that stuff, which
TODs.
is fine. Which
TODs.
is fine. And that's why, honestly, I'm low key, like I wasn't even nowhere because I don't like League of Legends. But what's it called? 2XKO when I played the beta, bro, fire. Cause like the combo potential and like the different things you could do, like people. Like you can play a character and someone else could pick the same character and you could play them completely different.
Yeah.
Cause like I feel like the access you have, where like everybody could just do something crazy. I think that's what makes a good
So
fighting game.
your first basically notch and what makes a good fighting game is
Creativity.
creativity.
Yeah, basically.
and
Player access almost.
Yeah, like the ability to do what you imagine in your mind that character could potentially be capable of.
Yes.
I mean, I agree 100%. Creativity is the biggest part of what makes a fighting game actually like fun, because even I think that's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with MK1. I'm not gonna lie.
Can't do anything.
I'm not gonna lie, because I remember
The stiffest game I played in my life.
I never played MK10, which everybody says Mortal
Bro,
Kombat X is like
the best fighting.
one of the most top tier Mortal Kombat games.
Bro, it's the best Mortal Kombat ever made, in my opinion.
So like, apparently, like they say like the difference between MK10 and MK1 is like night and day in
Bro,
creativity.
Just the running mechanic made it ridiculous.
Which was brought back from MK3.
But they did it better at MK10.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cause like, and on top of that, like the different the guest characters that they had made it even better.
I think
Alien
you
versus
speak
Predator.
so
Bro,
so
Predator combos are crazy, bro.
So that's I would say that's my second one, because you just brought up something they brought back from MK3. So from MK3 to MK10, I think that fighting games need to be more willing to bring back certain elements from older fighting games, because how Frank said back in the day, it used to be all about like more creative, more like
How fun can you get? Like,
how
just look
fun
at-
can
just
you
look at-
get?
just look at
And I
little-
think that's another point, is that I would say my thing for what makes a good fighting game nowadays is taking the old stuff and incorporating it into your new style of game. I think that, to me, that makes a fighting game better, and it makes it good.
to your point, like just look at Marvel vs. Capcom 3. They're still doing tournaments with it today. It's competitive, but like you got people doing infinite loops. Like I try to watch a competitive play, and there's literally some dude doing a combo for like 5 minutes straight.
Yeah, and I don't want to knock on I don't want to knock on companies that try to, like, you know, do different things, because you just brought up Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. The difference between that and Infinite is night and day. Like,
Infinite's fun though. It looked fun. I never played it, but it looked fun. The gameplay, even though it looked garbage.
yeah, it looks garbage. It looks garbage, and it doesn't play the same as MV3. So
I think what makes a really good fighting game, especially those that have tested or have survived the test of time, is that game's identity. Because at least for Mortal Kombat, at least the past games, me talking about like MK or Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon, even though it was a specific era in Mortal Kombat, it had its own identity. Talking about Marvel vs. Capcom 1, 2, and 3, compared to Infinite, at least those three games, they have their own identity that they kind of like built off of. A game like Killer Instinct, a really big proponent of... Huh?
Killer Instinct only has one game,
No, it has a few.
I think it has
But
3.
at the very least, the newest one that came out,
which is the one that's still played today, right? Like in
Exactly.
tournaments.
at least for me, the best part of the game
The game is fire.
is how like you feel playing it. Like everything that you do and how the music in the game
Combo
remixes
breaker.
itself based off of
Combo
the
breaker.
actions. At least my favorite part about the new Killer Instinct game is not even the game like fighting itself. It's literally just the sound.
Yeah.
You're throwing hands, the song will remix to what you're doing in the game.
Honestly, it's the best sound design in a fighting game ever.
Soundtrack was done by the guy that did the soundtrack for Doom.
That makes sense. That's a fire soundtrack.
Exactly. It's to me, it's really just the identity of the game.
I think if
How it
you
makes you feel.
I think if you mix all of us, I think if you mix all of our points together, you just you can easily make an 8 out of 10 fighting game.
Bro, 9 out of 10. Because, you know what? Because back to the point of, like, oh, Tekken 8 came out first and, like, Dragon Ball Fighters. Because, like, Fighters, I'm stupid. Sparking Zero. It's because, like, bro, like, not only, because you got to think about how Tekken 8 is, like, with the DLC, like, bringing back characters that should already be in the game as DLC.
Oh, that's what I freaking hate about video games.
Exactly.
Especially for
bro.
fighting games. If you have a character that's integral to the story, why are they DLC? They're already in the game.
Bro, been in the game for years, bro. Been in the game for years, bro.
Then you don't want to know who got data mined in Dragon Ball Sparking.
Bro, who did?
Like Grandpa Gohan, Chi-Chi,
Yeah, but that's different.
like General Tao.
See, that's different. The only reason why that's different is because they already have a crazy amount of characters.
Yeah,
So it's just like, and they needed to prioritize the newer ones.
yeah.
That's different because there's so many characters that they need to add that like.
That game's gonna.
But
have
like Tekken 8
250.
got like 8, bro. It started with 8, and it started in the first DLC characters with people that were
Yes.
late DLC in the last game.
Some of them
How?
were guess. Like from other fighting games.
Yo, I understand like
there's so
Tekken.
many.
Like Tekken is a hard game to like make a character in because there's a lot of things you got to think about in terms of frame data and stuff like that. But it's
And
just
incorporating them into the story
but it's just like,
in a not so subtle way.
but like you don't have to do that.
Sometimes you don't even need a story. You could just throw hands.
That-
I'm going to be real.
I'm gonna be honest
I
with you.
personally couldn't care less about.
I'm gonna be
Tekken's
honest
story,
with you.
if
I'm gonna be honest with you. Story in
No one really
fighting
does.
games
That's what it is.
fighting games is not needed when you could just have lore behind it.
You think
Like,
it's just
you
take
know
more
what
of like
I'm
an Elden
saying?
Ring route?
Yes.
Kinda thing?
Yes. Like how bios are in fighting games. Like this
Or
is
Street
this
Fighter.
is this
It's just the
person's
gist.
yeah, it's just this is the gist, this is what
Yeah.
happened, this is the MC, he did this, blah blah blah.
Isn't that how Street Fighter does it? Like they do have a story, but like it's not really like much of a story. It's more like a character episodes.
Yeah, pretty much. They're just character episodes and then you
Well,
just
it's
go
sort of
through
like
them.
how the original Mortal Kombat came out. It was just the game itself, and then lore was built off over the years, which is
Yeah.
fine.
So you prefer that instead
Yeah,
of the traditional there's a story in every fighting
Nah,
game.
but I like Mortal Kombat story. I think it's pretty cool.
because as a gamer, like I would love to make a video game, and me thinking about a fighting game, I only made one character in my head, and this character would just take blades, stab himself, and his blood will splurt out, and the blood splurting out would do the damage. That's cool. But
So
like,
Havoc.
no,
But I just think
So Havoc.
no.
Yes.
I just think not every
He just
fighting
throws
game,
his body parts instead of throwing blood.
I'm just gonna edit out the part I just said.
I just feel like Tekken like I feel like there's some fighting games that shouldn't have a story, bro. Like cuz like Mortal Kombat they honestly are starting to be more well known for the story than their actual gameplay, which you can see where they spent their money in,
Sad.
which is crazy.
Sad.
But I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Mortal Kombat didn't have much of an in-depth fighting style until like MK10, in my opinion. So
I think the only one it works in is Injustice. I didn't mind.
yes,
Maybe
but that's different
but
because,
that's-
because
maybe
it's
maybe
already
it's because
a story.
maybe it's because I'm a superhero fan.
Exactly, like that's already established, like comics and stuff. That could basically be the lore. So it's just
Yeah.
like that's different because it's based off of something.
Yeah.
That is just like original stories, like Tekken. Like the story, I'm just like, who cares?
No. The story should have been ended in 3, 4. One of those two.
It's just like,
It
whoa,
should've been done.
I killed him. He's alive. And they did it again. It's just like, bro, like at this point, they're just making the story just to make it. Like,
Yeah.
there's
It's
no
just
point.
Kazuya kills Heihachi. Heihachi comes back. Jin kills Kazuya. Kazuya comes back.
It's like, why? Who cares?
This is
Oh,
believe
who's the bad guy? No way, the dude with the mask. It's like when in Dragon Ball when they said, "Who's the masked Saiyan? Who is that?"
Bardock.
Still don't know who that is, even you can see half his face.
Vegeta. But yeah. So to wrap this all up, let us know your favorite fighting games. Let us know what you thought about Sparking Zero. Have you played it? Do you even think you're gonna buy it? Are you a Dragon Ball fan, or are you not? I think you should buy it.
Who's gonna win Game Awards?
Who's gonna win the game? Who's gonna win the fighting game of the year? What's your opinion on it?
If you want to throw hands, just join the Discord. At me. Let's do this.
Oh, if you want the hands of Sparking Zero, and you can catch me at any time.
I can't wait for you to get 1,000,000 notifications.
Catch me at any time.
Make me your rival.
That's it for us. I'm Manny.
I'm Frank.
Combo Breaker Joseph.
And that's us. Peace.